It's Saturday night in lockdown land, and there's not much else to do. So let's watch Dom get a little bit pissed. It's the 45 music quiz.
Way, lads. Oh, I've done it again. See, I can't do this properly. Right, there we go. Welcome to the very final 45 live music quiz. My name is Dom. I am the co-owner of 45 Vinyl Cafe with my mate Dan, who is dropping in the comments and doing all the marking and things like that. We have got a bumper session this week. We've got 6 rounds rather than our usual 5. We've got general knowledge. We've got coffee anagrams. Don't know how good you are with your anagrams. I'm dreadful, as I knew from watching Pointless the other day. I'm not with the band, of course. Carol's Connection, of course. And IKEA or cheese, back again after popular demand. Popular demand being me. And obviously the Shoestring Cinema Club. So things might be going on a little bit longer than usual. But it's the last time, so let's just have a good old knees up, shall we? And have a good old final throwdown for the live music quiz from me and Dan from 45 Vinyl Cafe. Don't know how to say anything else, so let's start with round 1, the general knowledge round. Are we ready? Question number 1. What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? Question number 1. What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? That was question number 1. What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? Question number 2. Which singer starred in The Bodyguard in 1992? Which singer starred in The Bodyguard in 1992? That was question number 2. Which singer starred in The Bodyguard in 1992? Question number 3. Where was Love in the 1994 record-breaking hit by Wet Wet Wet? Where was Love in the 1994 record-breaking hit by Wet Wet Wet? That was question number 3. Where was Love in the 1994 record-breaking hit by Wet Wet Wet? Question number 4. The Who's 1966 album, A Quick One, featured a song about a spider, reportedly written in 6 minutes. What was the name of the spider? The Who's 1996 album, A Quick One, featured a song about a spider, reportedly written in 6 minutes. What was the name of the spider? That was question number 4. The Who's 1996 album, A Quick One, featured a song about a spider. What was the name of the spider? Question number 5. How many strings does a mandolin have? How many strings does a mandolin have? Question number 5. How many strings does a mandolin have? Question number 6. Who was the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2019? Who was the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2019? That was question number 6. Who was the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2019? Question number 7. Which group wrote most of the songs for the film Saturday Night Fever? Which group wrote most of the songs for the film Saturday Night Filmer? Filmer. Oh, wow, lads. Which group wrote the yeah, this is going to be a good one. Which group wrote most of the songs for the film Saturday Night Fever? Jesus. That was question number 7. Which group wrote most of the songs from the film Saturday Night Fever? Question number 8. Which singer has a Heinz ketchup tattoo on their arm and always carries a bottle or two of it on tour? Which singer has a Heinz ketchup tattoo on their arm and always carries a bottle or two of it on tour? That was question number 8. Which singer has a Heinz ketchup tattoo on their arm and always carries a bottle or two of it on tour? Question number 9. In March 2004, Brian McFadden left which group? In March 2004, Brian McFadden left which group? That was question number 9. In March 2004, Brian McFadden left which group? And finally, question number 10, the final general knowledge question. Who is the only member of ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard? Who is the only member of ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard? And we're after the actual name of him, by the way. We're not asking after what instrument he plays. What's his name? Who is the only member of ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard? And what's his name? And that was question number 10. Who is the only member of ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard? And that's the final question of general knowledge round. Let's have a look through these comments. Let's see what people are saying. It's going to be a long night. I think it might be. How many have I had? This is only my second. So, but I mean, they are like the size of my head. Like, so. Just wait till you have to explain the rules for I'm Not With the Band. So once we're all ready, we'll move on to round number 2. So drop those likes in the chat. Or those sad reacts, just sad reacts only, when we're ready to move on to the second round, which is coffee anagrams. Okay. Coffee anagrams. I have got 5 anagrams of coffee drinks, obviously, and you've just got to unscramble them. I don't know what your anagram, talents are like, but we have got 5 of them. So, coffee anagrams. Question number 1. I mean orca. I mean orca. That was question number 1. So you need to unscramble that. It's a type of coffee. I mean orca. Question number 2. A goat off. I mean, I'll be honest, I'd quite like to see a goat off. No, hang on. Oh, Christ. I'm not even going to repeat that. A goat off. One thing. Yeah, a goat off. What type of coffee is that? And we're talking coffee drinks. Good Lord. A goat off. Number 3. Die cattle. Getting a bit darker now. Die cattle. What kind of coffee drink is this? Die cattle. Not good for the vegans out there, I'm afraid. Sorry. That was number 3. Die cattle. Number 4. I flew that. I flew that. That was number 4. I flew that. And finally, question number 5. A coma itch. Which sounds like a really good band name. So if anyone wants to start a band called A Coma Itch, I'm in. So these are all types of coffee drinks. I mean orca. A goat off, which I don't want to get a goat off. Die cattle or the cattle, thanks Dan. I flew that, and a coma itch. And once we're already, sad reacts only in the chat. And we'll move on to round number 3, which we've all been waiting for. I'm not with the band.
That's some nice floating, boy.
Cheers, Ralph. Round number 3, I'm not with the band. This is the 9th time. And I still can't explain it. So, you can fight amongst yourselves. I have got... how many have I got this time? 1, 2, 3... I've got 4 bands. I've used the faces of 1 band to... You got to guess the odd one out or something. We'll make a t-shirt of it. We'll sell it for like limited edition t-shirts if I'm not with the band rules. So we'll move on. Question number 1. I'm sure Dan will also probably actually put the... yeah, we'll put... Oh, yeah, here we go. My Lord, here we go. Dan's actually written it out. My client would like to present a pre-prepared statement. The first 4 questions have 2 parts each. Who is the odd one out? Which number has been photoshopped in? Which band are they invading? As in, who is the band of the rest of the members? And all the odd ones out from a band. Name this band in question 5. So it's in the comments. You can read it. Question number 1. I'm not with the band. Here we go. Who is being photoshopped in here? 1, 2, 3, or 4. And who is this band? That's question number 1. Who has been photoshopped in here? And who is this band? So 2 parts to this question. It's either 1, 2, 3, or 4, and who is this band? Question number 2. Who's been photoshopped in this band? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And who is this band? That's question number 2. Question number 3. Giraffe boy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Who has been photoshopped in this band? And who is this band? That's question number 3. Question number 4. This is where I started to struggle with the photoshopping. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Who has been photoshopped in this band? and who is this band? Who is the invader and who is this band? And finally, question number 5. I've used the faces of which band? I'll go back to the beginning shortly, but I've used the faces of this band. Who are they? Maybe we should get some T-shirts as the best photoshopping of I Not With the Band. That might be a good idea. I'll stick them up online as well. Why not? So we'll go back to question number 1. So we're looking for who is invading this band. 1, 2, 3, or 4, and who is this band? Question number 2. Who's invading this band? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, and who is this band? Who is invading this band? 1, 2, 3, or 5. And who is this band? And remember, all these faces which have been photoshopped in are from a different band as well. Question number 3. Question number 4. And finally, question number 5. Let's have a look at these comments, shall we? Lee Richardson, what do you have to do with this round? I'm not going to explain it. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, I'm not going to explain it. Each of the, you just, it's like every man for themselves at this point. And once we're ready, we'll move on to round number 4, which is Carol's Connections. So once we're ready, drop some likes, drop some hugs and some hearts and some sad reacts in the chat, and we'll move on to to round number 4 when we're all ready. So Carol's Connections. Carol's Connections round. My mother dearest Carol, has provided us with 5 questions, all of which are connected in one way or another. So we will, and then she'll be on to do the answers later on. So Carol's connections. All of these are connected. So, question number 1. Which British singer-songwriter released the albums 19, 21 and 25, reflecting the age at which she wrote them? Question number 1. Which British singer released the albums 19, 21 and 25, reflecting the age at which she wrote them? That's question number 1. Which British singer-songwriter released albums 19, 21 and 25, reflecting the age at which she wrote them? Question number 2. Which Canadian singer-songwriter became an agony aunt for The Guardian in 2016? Which Canadian singer-songwriter became an agony aunt for The Guardian in 2016? That's question number 2. Which Canadian singer-songwriter became an agony aunt for The Guardian in 2016? Question number 3. Who was the singer of influential post-punk band Joy Division? Who was the singer of influential post-punk band Joy Division? That's question number 3. Who was the singer of influential post-punk band Joy Division? Question number 4. Which influential guitarist was a founding member of Pink Floyd before his departure in 1968? Which influential guitarist was a founding member of Pink Floyd before his departure in 1968? That's question number 4. Which influential guitarist was a founding member of Pink Floyd before his departure in 1968? Question number 5. Which Irish singer-songwriter caused worldwide controversy after tearing up a photo of the Pope on Saturday Night Live in 1992? And this time it is correct! You'll be glad to hear I actually did it correct this time. Question number 5. Which Irish singer-songwriter caused worldwide controversy after tearing up a photo of the Pope on Saturday Night Live in 1992? And question number 6 is, what is the connection between these 5 people? Question number 6. What is the connection between these 5 people? And we'll have a round of applause at home for Carol's connections there. And Carol will be joining us for the answers. This round was not Stewie Carol Baskin. I think the first quiz we did was actually. I think the connection was Big Cats. I think many moons ago. Oh, can you remember? So that was Carol's Connections. We will move on to round number 5, which is the IKEA or cheese round. Want to already? So drop those likes in the chat. We'll move on to round number 5. Round number 5 of 6, because we've got 6 rounds, because it's a bumper edition, because it's the final time we're going to do this. Okie dokie, let's move on. Round number 5. IKEA or cheese? This round, where we've got 5 things, you've got to guess whether they are a piece of IKEA furniture or a type of cheese. Are they IKEA or are they cheese? That's all you need to get answer. Is it IKEA or is it cheese? We've got 5 things. So, number 1. Gulunge. Is that IKEA or cheese? Gulunge. That was question number 1. Gulunge, is that IKEA or cheese? Question number 2. Sardo. It sounds like a Yorkshire person saying sourdough. Sardo. Sardo, is that a piece of IKEA furniture? Is it a type of cheese? Sardo. Question number 3. KLAPPAR Hadge. Is that IKEA or cheese? KLAPPAR Hadge. Hadge. KLAPPAR Hadge. You can read it. Question number 4. Vasterbotn. Vasterbotn. It sounds good. It sounds good when said aggressively. Is that IKEA or cheese? Vasterbotn. And finally, question number 5. Caravane. Caravane. Is that IKEA or cheese? So we have Gulunge, Sardo, KLAPPAR, Vasterbotn, and Caravane. We want to know whether they are IKEA or cheese. And then, once we are all ready, if you drop those likes in the chat, we'll move on to the final round, round number 6, the Shoestring Cinema Club round. The Shoestring Cinema Club. We have asked various members of the York community to recreate films in one way or another. So this week we have got 5 entries. We didn't have it last week because 3 people didn't send them in. So we managed to get them eventually, including one from me and Carol. Seeing as it's the last time, we figured it might be probably worth us actually going and doing one. So this is the Shoestring Cinema Club. All you have to do is just tell us what movie they're recreating. And so first question is from Dave Boothroyd and Ava.
Come on. Just relax. Ron, where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
He's gonna put Corning Stone on. He's gonna put Corning Stone on.
Absolutely incredible bit of acting there from Dave. From Dave Boothroyd from 6DB Studios. Let's watch that one again. What movie was he recreating here with Ava?
Ron, just relax. Ron, where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
He's gonna put Corning Stone on. He's gonna put Corning Stone on.
Absolutely incredible work there. Question number 2 comes from Sam Watlin from Pop-Up York. Take it away, Sam.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Hey, here we go. I knew that was coming as well. There we go. Thank you very much, Sam from Pop-Up York. What film was he recreating there? We'll obviously go through all these again at the end when we're doing all the answers. Question number 3 comes from Nikki and Gemma Nero from the Artful Dodger. Take it away.
Take this baby right now!
Hello.
Brilliant bit of work there. Nikki and Gemma did us one before for I can't remember. Oh, it's The Wizard of Oz. It was absolutely adorable. So it's good to have them back again. Let's have it again. It's from Nikki and Gemma Nero from the Artful Dodger.
Take this baby right now!
Hello.
Incredible makeup work. Question number 4 comes from my brother, Simon, and my sister-in-law, Laura. Here we go. Amazing. And I'm loving the broccoli and the panda in the back seat as well. We'll go for that one again. Simon and Laura. Fantastic work. I think the broccoli and the panda probably stole the story there. And finally, question number 5 from the stars of the show, from me and my mum. What movie are we recreating here? There we go. That was from. We'll go for that one again. Just even though it's so cringe watching this, I don't know how people feel doing this when they're watching it at home. Here we go. Question number 5. This is from me and my mum. What film are we recreating here? There we go. The final question of the 45 music quiz. Episode number 9 of 9. That's all the questions. So we're going to have a break for about 15 minutes. We'll be back at 8:30. We want you to submit your forms. As soon as I start the countdown clock, you've got 30 seconds. Submit your forms. With all the answers on there. As soon as it gets to the end of this, then the lines are closed. The votes have been counted and verified, and Dan will be starting to mark things. So, 30 seconds. Start from now. Get your answer form submitted. Make sure all of your answers are on there. Dan will start marking them. We'll be back in about 15 minutes' time. Submit your form now. There we go. Right, the lines are closed. We will be back at 8:30. In the meantime, we've got a half-time challenge, and seeing as we're dressing up in our best formal attire, then why don't you just dress up in your best formal attire? If you get your pajamas involved as well, like I do every week. I've got my animals on again this week. We want to see some suits. We want to see some ball gowns, tuxedos, dresses in general. Get all dressed up for one last hurrah. And if you want to put some pajamas on as well, why not? Send your pictures through to quiz@fortyfiveuk.com. And we will, we will be back at 8:30 to go through all of the answers. And we will see you then. See you soon. And we're back. Bringing out the big guns for the finale. We'll be going through the answers in about 5 minutes' time. So get yourselves your drinks topped up and all that sort of thing. I hope everyone's been getting all dressed up and sending your photos through. There are 65 teams tonight. And there is... the scores are out of 40. Somehow last week, the I'm a Stupid Moron team managed to get 40 out of 40. We've got 262 players across the world. So thank you all for joining us. There's 123 people tuned in on the live stream. So once you've got dressed up, send your pictures through to quiz@fortyfiveuk.com. Dan will be putting them into a folder which I haven't actually got open. So that's something which I'm going to have to try and do quickly. Before before we actually get back on it again. Brilliant. That's actually something I think I probably will just do right now. So bear with me a second. Apologies for this. There we go. And we're back. So, once we're all ready, if you drop those likes in the chat, we'll move on to the answers. This is the final 45 music quiz. We've done 9 weeks of this. Hope everyone's enjoyed them so far. We're going to spend the next few weeks concentrating on how we're going to actually open back up in one way or another. So concentrating on that is our main priority at the moment. So I hope you all understand, but it's been amazing to have you all. So yeah, drop your likes in the chat when we're ready and we'll go on to the answers. Before we do go on to the answers, though, might as well crack open another one, shan't we, Bevs? Shan't we, Bevs? Shan't we, lads? Crack open another Bev, shan't we, lads? Oh, lordy. I'm not even going to be able to read these questions out now. It's only beer number 3 as well. What's happening? So this lockdown business has turned me into a right lightweight, somehow. Okie dokie. The answer time. Your forms have been submitted. Dan is at home calculating all of the answers and getting the leaderboard set up and all that sort of thing. But your answer sheet should have been emailed back to you if you want to follow along. The points are out of 40. And so we'll start off with the general knowledge round. Question number 1. What was the name of the Sex Pistols' first single? It is Anarchy in the UK. Don't know if you put God Save the Queen, but it's not. It's Anarchy in the UK. Question number 2. Which singer starred in The Bodyguard in 1992? It was Whitney Houston. Question number 3. Where was Love in the 1994 record-breaking hit by Wet Wet Wet? Love was all around. Question number 4. The Who's 1966 album, a quick one, featured a song about a spider, reportedly written in 6 minutes. What was the name of the spider? It was Boris. Boris the Spider. Don't know if you even know that song, but it was a hit, apparently. Question number 5. How many strings does a mandolin have? It is 8. Question number 6. Who was the most streamed artist on Spotify in 2019? That was Post Malone. Question number 7. Which group wrote most of the songs from the film Saturday Night Fever? I actually said it right this time. It was the Bee Gees. Question number 8. Which singer has a Heinz ketchup tattoo on their arm and always carries a bottle or 2 of it on tour? It is Ed Sheeran. Question number 9. In March 2004, Brian McFadden left which group? It was Westlife. And finally, question number 10. Who was the only member of ZZ Top that doesn't have a beard? We're looking for his name, and his name is, ironically, Frank Beard. So that was the general knowledge round. Thank you very much, Dan, for those questions. Round of applause for Dan Kentley. And we'll move on to round number 2, which is the coffee anagrams. Coffee anagrams. I gave you anagrams of various coffee drinks. I want you to try and unscramble them and what they were. Question number 1 was I mean orca, and the answer is Americano. Question number 2, a goat off, something which I'm not going to do anytime soon, and that was affogato. That's a good one if anyone got that one. Question number 3 was die cattle. This was I realised afterwards it's literally only a couple of letters out of place. It is an iced latte. Question number 4. I flew that. And that was a flat white. And finally, question number 5. A COMA itch, which sounds like a metal band name. This is a macchiato. So well done if you got all of those, or if you got few of them, or if you got none at all, like I probably would have done. And then we'll move on to round number 3, which is I'm not with the band. In this round. Oh.
That's some nice floating, boy.
Not yet. Next round. Yeah, round number 3. I'm not with the band. In this round, I've tried to explain this many, many times, but you'll get the idea by the time that we've done this. So question number 1. Whose face did I Photoshop in here? And who is this band? The person who was photoshopped in was number 2. And this is, of course, ABBA, who apparently are releasing new music this year. And also is apparently also Dominic Cummings' excuse why he was dancing around the garden, which has been Twitter frenzy today. Question number 2. Who is this band? Who has been photoshopped in? The person photoshopped in, which is looking kind of scarily at the camera compared to everyone else, is number 1. And this is obviously the Beach Boys. Question number 3. I think this is the one which is going to be confusing quite a lot of people. Giraffe Man in the centre here. That was number 3. And this band is Maroon 5. Question number 4. Who's been photoshopped in this? It was number 2. And this is Mumford & Sons. And finally, question number 5. I use the faces of which band? It is, drum roll please, it's the Arctic Monkeys. So very well done if you got all that. It was it was a difficult one this week. Difficult one. I think the girl band one was probably the best one. But I think I'll put up the best of the photoshopped faces onto our Facebook page. Because some of them are absolutely amazing. And then we'll move on to round number 4, which is Carol's Connections. Introducing my mother, Carol.
Hello. And Sam, it's not Carol effing Baskin. It's me. Right, the answers to Carol's Connections. The first one, which British singer-songwriter released the albums 19, 21 and 25, reflecting the age at which she wrote them? It was, of course, Adele. Then which Canadian singer-songwriter became an agony aunt for The Guardian in 2016? It was Alanis Morissette. Who was the singer of the influential post-punk band Joy Division? No, it wasn't Ian Drury, it was Ian Curtis. And which influential guitarist was a founding member of Pink Floyd before his departure in 1968? That was Syd Barrett. Number 5, which Irish singer-songwriter caused worldwide controversy after tearing up a photo of the Pope on Saturday Night Live in 1992? Yes, it was, of course, Sinead O'Connor. The right answer to the right question. And what is the connection? Well, of course, this week it is Mental Health Awareness Week. So it's all issues to do. They've all had issues with mental health. Adele has said she's had postnatal depression. Alanis Morissette had depression and eating disorders. Ian Curtis, whose 40th anniversary of his death, suffered from depression and epilepsy. Syd Barrett had schizophrenia, although that's reportedly, it wasn't confirmed this, and Sinead O'Connor apparently had bipolar disorder. So while we're on it, if you're feeling fragile or anything like that, do talk to people. And actually, if you're the person who somebody chooses to talk to, don't feel you've got to have all the answers. Being a good listener is just as good. Anyway, it's been lovely seeing you all. See you at the cafe when it reopens. Bye.
Yep. My mother, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for Carol's Connections there. Bringing on a very strong message here, which of course it is Mental Health Awareness Week. So thank you very much, Carol, for those connections. And then we'll move on to round number 5, which is the IKEA or cheese round. I gave you 5 things which I want you to know whether they were IKEA furniture, or whether they're a type of cheese. Question number 1. Galunge. I'm not even going to say what I was thinking I was going to say. That's kind of going a little bit too far. Galunge. It is a baby mat from IKEA. It's an IKEA piece of furniture, I suppose. It's a baby mat. Number 2. Sardo. Was Sardo IKEA or cheese? It is cheese. It is a hard Argentinian's cow's milk cheese, apparently. Question number 3. Clapper Haj. Clapper Haj is a stuffed shark toy from IKEA. Question number 4. Vastabotten is a very famous Swedish cheese. And question number 5. Caravani or caravan or caravane. Is that IKEA or cheese? It is in fact a cheese. It's a cheese made out of camel milk. There we go. So that was round number 5 for the IKEA or cheese round. And finally, we'll move on to round number 6 for the Shoestring Cinema Club. The Shoestring Cinema Club, brought to you by various members of the York community who have recreated films using household objects and things like that. So first things first, we had Dave Boothroyd from 6DB Studios. Take it away.
Just relax. Ron, where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
He's gonna put Corningstone on. He's gonna put Corningstone on.
I'd love to know what Leb and Ava thought of that. So Dave, Dave and Ava, what movie were you recreating there?
And the movie was...
Anchorman.
I don't know why. I'm not entirely sure why Dave went for. Oh wow, that's yeah. Thanks, Dave. It was of course Anchorman. That was from Dave and Ava. Question number 2 was from Sam Watling from Pop Up York. Take it away, Sam. Giving us all nightmares this evening.
I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi ho!
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Cheers for that, Sam. Yeah. Yeah, we'll sleep well tonight. Take it away, Sam. What was it?
Hi, I'm Chucky from the film Child's Play.
Well, that was absolutely terrifying. That was Sam from Pop Up York. He was recreating Child's Play there. Question number 3. This is from Nikki and Gemma Nero from the Artful Dodger.
Take this baby right now!
Hello.
Thank you very much, Nikki and Gemma. What movie were they recreating here?
It was
Labyrinth.
It was, of course, Labyrinth. Thank you very much, Nikki and Gemma. Moving on to number 4, which is from Simon and Laura. That was Simon's expert piano skills playing there. Just hoping that we weren't going to get the feed muted from for copyright. Simon and Laura, what movie were you recreating here?
You guessed it. It's Wayne's World.
It was, of course, Wayne's World. A little bit of product placement there at the end. Good work. And then finally, question number 5 was recreated by me and my mother. And that, we haven't done a reveal video because, well, we did it. So that was obviously Shawshank Redemption. So I hope everyone got all the answers for these ones. The marks were out of 40. That's the end of the answers. That's it. That's the last one. Oh, that's it. It's all over. Can't believe it. It's the last time. Last time it's ever happening. So we will. What have we got going on next? We are going to offer you free postage on all orders with code BUYQUIZ at the checkout on our store, which is valid until the 30th of May. If you go to FortyFiveUK.com/shop, use the code BUYQUIZ, and you get free postage on all of your orders. But what we still need to do is we need to go through all of the... we need to go through the halftime contest. So let's have a look. We'll have a look and see what we've got through on the halftime contest. Oh, what have we got going here? What's the...
It's a tiger.
What, go for what, the tiger?
Well, because of Carol Baskin.
Oh, Carol Baskin. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Here we go. This is your connections round. Carol Baskin's connections round. Right, there. Sorry, that's completely throwing me off now. What am I signed in as? There we go. Get there eventually. Formal dress. Thank you everyone for submitting your photos here. So yes, we have to for the halftime challenge to go through and get all dressed up, but also put some pajamas on. Why not? Fantastic work there. Pandemic at the quiz show back again. Laura squared. Can I hex zip it up? I like that. Fueled by espresso quarantinis. Look at this. Absolutely stunning pair there. Also, Maisie's moustache. It works. It does it. Does it? Fantastic work. Thank you very much. Saturday night cabin fever with the 45 t-shirt on as well. No, not and back again with the pig mask, which is just as terrifying as Chucky was earlier on. No, God, even more pig masks. This is kind of going for a bit of the Disney vibe going on here. Rob Zombies from Whitby, the most formal skeleton, skeleton onesie I think I've ever seen in my life. That's a absolutely fantastic piece of work. Pandemic at the quiz show with the bow tie as well, and the can of Fosters. Thank you very much, Sarah Munns. You have won so far. So far, we haven't got to the end yet, but Sarah Munns with the bow tie and the can of Fosters, can of Budweiser. Dressing as me, I presume. And has everyone at Pandemic at the quiz show got bow ties and shirts on? Please tell me this was actually a thing which you had going on already, because if so, that's top notch. Thank you very much. Oh, it's making me all emotional. Look at this. Has everyone got bottles of Budweiser, cans of Budweiser with them as well? Like if wearing some family heirloom. Oh, well, thanks very much, Gail. A wonderful dress there, thank you. I'm a stupid moron with a bow tie on a tyre. Are you trying to say that? Are you trying to say I've got a tyre around? Formally formal. With the pyjamas on under the dress. Fantastic work. No preview available. There we go. That's a great one. The flat cappers. Oh, look at this. Oh, this. And there's we got Dave and Ava there. We got Lee Richardson. Oh, we got everyone who's been involved for the what was it? The Cinema Club round. Thank you very much, everyone. Jess from Empty Bottles, wedding dress. Just celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary. I'll call congratulations, Jess, for your 5-year wedding anniversary from all of us at 45. John Bon Covey with. Oh, well, I mean, you need to get a cat in a tie, don't you? I mean, I think that's a given. Phil here with his with your pajamas, bow tie, and shirt on. Oh, this is another pandemic at the quiz show. I'm just loving everyone's all kind of got dressed up as me. That's so sweet. Oh, no, that's my brother just wearing his lederhosen from last week's challenge. Wolf and the Booze Hounds. Oh, see, look, got a bow tie and a dog. This is just even better. I'm absolutely loving this. Everyone's all dressed up smart in this one. This is the Horsecocks of the apocalypse, is it? Lovely to have you all in. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's have a bit of a refresh, see how we're doing. Oh, we've got a few more in. Katie scrubbing up well. Nerd immunity in formal attire. Yep, fantastic work. Even including bow tie and beard there. I'm loving this. Smack Bewitched Ups Part 2 and Part 1. Red Hot Cheer Lockdown, including product placement once again. Loving the product placement going on here. You're looking lovely. Living the lockdown loca. Oh, that's breaking my heart. Look at my little Batman costume on. Oh, killing me. What are you doing to me? Fantastic. Well, we'll absolutely be uploading all of these onto our Facebook page. And we're just going to wait for Dan to send through the answers. There we go. So, yeah, we'll wait for the answers to come through. Remember, you get free postage on all of the orders which you put in if you use the code BUYQUIZ at the checkout. Available until the 30th of May, which is next Friday. Yeah. I think that's the... I'll have a look through the comments, see what people are saying. I was absolutely blown away by all of these photos. So thank you all for getting dressed up for us for the last time. Mark Simpson had a great time. Look forward to the Lion. We'll pop in and see you in 2022 from the Kana Gang New Zealand contingent. Thank you so much for joining us every morning. Loving the dedication there, getting up early. Laura Jones drinking red wine out of a Carling can just for me. Such a sweetheart. Right, got to keep checking. Got to keep checking for this group photo from the pandemic at the quiz show team. We'll see if it hasn't shown up just yet. We're still waiting for Dan to go through all the questions as well. So we'll see if it's there by the end of things. Once we get to the end, we'll have a look again. Because we still got all the answers and things like that to go. Say the answers. We've still got all the leaderboard to get through yet. So this is part of the this is time of the night where I spend probably about the next 5 minutes talking some absolute bollocks. So by all means, if you want to throw things in the chat for me to talk about, that'll be great. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing this as the last quiz for the time being. We're going to hopefully work on trying to reopening in one way or another. There's quite a lot of things that we want to get done in the shop and kind of get a spruce up, redo the walls and do all that sort of thing, and make it all look nice and special for when people can come back in again. So things might look a bit different. Things might the service will undoubtedly be a bit different. So we're just going to hope that we'll just kind of just do our best for the time being. But we really appreciate all of your support. If you do fancy donating to the cafe, paypal.me/FortyFiveUK. That's our PayPal me address. And then if you can just drop us a couple of quid or something, that'll be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. And thank you for all of the donations we've got so far. We've been really quite overwhelmed with the response of the quiz anyway. I mean, at first we thought it was just going to be a few of our mates would just tune in. We had absolutely no idea we'd end up with way over 200 people across the world spending their Saturday nights with us. So it's been fantastic. But I won't get too sloppy just yet, because I'll do that at the end. Because I believe that Dan has just sent me the leaderboard. Here we go. So, are we ready for the final 45 live music quiz? Out of 40 this week, in 17th place with 22 points. Nobody got time for that. Neil and Tracy Porter, John Bon COVID, and the Murray Mints. Well done. In 16th place with 25 points. Horn Section, Yorkshire Puds, The Kansas, and Smells Like Quarantine Spirit. In 15th place with 26 points. Iggy Pop-Tarts, Mexican Kermit Appreciation Society. Cheers, Mexican Kermit. DNA, Show of Hand Sanitizer, Operation Beer, and Quizzy Ladies. In 14th place with 27 points, M&S, Kooky Kids, Jim Anosh, something like that. The Flu Fighters and Dan's Fans. In 13th place with 28 points, we have got Steph Steffson, Coochie Kopi, Brimful of COVID, Hennes 19, the one and only for the final time, the I don't know what that says. It's cut off. But anyway, you got 28 points. And also with the Cabin Vinyl Club and Team Granite. In 12th place with 29 points, Alec and Sez. Miley Virus. That's a new one. I like that. Flu Fighters again. This is Flu-Fighters. Taz, Lisa and Liz. And System of Lockdown. In 11th place with 30 points, the Fold Walkers. The Glee Team. Live in the Lockdown Loca and the Fat Bastards. In 10th place with 31 points, Florence Nightingale and the Ventilator Machine. Good Lord. The Woodies, Lockdown to Electric Avenue and the Fang Bangers. In 9th place with 32 points, the Brusual Suspects. Where Have You Been Tonight? Nowhere. And Team Squish. In 8th place with 33 points, fueled by Espresso Quarantinis. You've made it, girls. Covidio killed the radio star. I Feel Included and Sad the Quiz Is No More. I am too. Rob Zombies from Whitby, Nerd Immunity, the Cana Gang, Scarborians, and Red Hot Chili Lockdown. That was all with 33 points in 8th place. In 7th place with 34 points. Mixtape, Cunning Stunts, and Wilf and the Booze Hounds. In 6th place with 35 points. COVID and Cambria. Sing Quizzy, Smack Bewitched Up, and Empty Bottles. In 5th place with 36 points, we've got the Flat Cappers and Quarantina Turner. 4th place with 37 points, I can't believe it, Born to Lose. And in 3rd place, here we go, for the final 3. This is an absolute nail-biter for the final 45 live music quiz. In 3rd place, we have got, with 38 points, we have got Pandemic at the Quiz Show and Saturday Night Cabin Fever. In 2nd place, with 39 points, with 1 point off the top marks. This is just happening. This is happening all over. We have got Quizzy Elliott, 3.5, Horsecocks of the Apocalypse, and I'm a Stupid Moron with an ugly face and a big butt, and my butt smells, and I like to kiss my own butt. And in 1st place, with full marks, with 40 points, it is Laura Squared. Absolutely fantastic work there, everybody. We've done it. We've done it. Quiz is over. 9 weeks on the trot. Thank you so much It's been an absolute pleasure. It really, really has. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for, being involved, keeping us entertained. Hopefully we've been keeping you entertained on Saturday nights. We'll have another check at the pictures in a few minutes, but I still want to just give my thanks to everyone. This is from me and Dan, obviously. We will, if you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FortyFive UK, you'll find out when we're back and start kind of like filtering our way back in, and hopefully kind of work towards reopening again. Things aren't going to be normal for a long time, but it's still, regardless, it's still been an absolute pleasure to be entertaining all of you, and hopefully we can do it all again soon. So, well, we're still waiting for. Apparently, we've got some more pictures, which is we're just gonna have a look, see if these pictures are coming through. Here we go. We've got. This is Laura with the bow tie, and the red wine in a Carling glass or a Carling can. Thank you very much, Laura. And there we go. See, look, everyone's all dressed up as me. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely breaks my heart. Thank you all so much. It's been absolutely wonderful. I can't say it enough. We'll be posting all of the photos that we've had sent in on our Facebook page. We'll do things. We maybe in a couple of weeks' time we'll see how things go. We might kind of like have a one-off or something. Maybe we'll have a one-off or something before we actually get back up and running and stuff like that. But yeah, it's been absolutely wonderful being entertaining you every Saturday night. Hope you all stay safe out there. We'll see you hopefully very soon. So yeah, for one last time, thank you very much. And we'll see you next time.
It's Saturday night in lockdown land, and there's not much else to do.